Okay, can you please tell me about yourself?
Yeah, um, so my name is Rajiv and I have altogether of 3.6 years of experience and I have the experience working with Spring Boot, microservices, uh, REST APIs and a little bit of JavaScript and Java 8. So yeah, so these are the my tech stacks and I also have some experience on database side. So I have the experience on MySQL. So right now I am working for an e-commerce company, and so currently it is built on the monolithic application. Like all the services are the part of the single application. So right now we are in the process of splitting it into multiple parts as microservices, and we are developing each of the part as a microservice, and we are in the process of develop that. So yeah, this is all about myself.
Okay, can you explain little bit more what exactly the process you are following up to convert this monolithic application to microservices?
Yeah, so it has many functionalities. So our application currently has many functionalities like user management system is there, then inventory management is there, reporting is there. So we are using Jasper report for that. So all these things are there. So right now we are decoupling that to separate entities. So we, for example, we have a separate microservice called user management system, and also we have for order processing we have separate microservice. So different developers has been assigned with each of the microservices entities, and it is being developed. Yeah.
Okay, so why do you think this application is being converted from the monolithic to microservices application?
There are many reasons for this. Like we want to have the scalability in the application, and also the we don't want, if suppose if any of the microservices goes down, then we don't want the whole application to go down, right? And also in some of the microservices they want to use different technologies apart from Java, so that is also one reason. And uh, also when we go for the deployment of the current monolithic application, it takes lots of time. And yeah, again the same thing, if any of the part is having some issue, so we have to like make it down the whole application for some time. So but these things are not required in case of microservices. And for few of the applications they also want to use different databases. So we are also moving to the NoSQL MongoDB, and for few of the microservices we want to have MySQL. So that is also one reason.
Okay, can you explain why few of the microservices are using MySQL and few of them are using MongoDB?
Yeah, MySQL we use when we have like some relational data we have to store. For example, we have the user information, right? So it will have some like name, address, mobile number, email addresses. So all these will be there. So we can have multiple tables also for this. Like uh, so the customer can have, let's say, multiple addresses, right? So there will be relation between the these two tables, right? So one will be the user information and another can be the user's address information. So there will be some relation between these two. So these kind of scenario whenever we have, so I think we are using MySQL, and MongoDB we are using for kind of unstructured data. For example, whenever suppose we have the list of products, right? So each product will have the different properties, right? So for example, whenever we have TV, so TV can have the screen size, and it can be an its resolution. So these properties are there, right? And suppose we have some different thing, let's say cloths, so it will have its fabric, its size, right, its color. So all these different properties will be there. So MongoDB will be like kind of horizontally scalable. So any new properties comes up, we can be keep on adding that. And yeah.
Okay, so which merging tool you have used? Have you used any merging tool? Yeah,
Merging
like
tool.
GitLab or Git anything?
Yeah, I have used GitLab.
Can you explain the process, the whole process you follow?
Yeah. So initially, yeah, we have one uh, GitLab URL. So from there, whatever we, so basically we have multiple projects over there. So whatever the project we are supposed to work on, so we are given the access of that specific project, and we go to that URL and we clone that to our local system. And after cloning, we further whatever the changes we do, we do that. Then we give the command git status, so it shows like whatever the changes I have done. And after verifying that, so I say git add, suppose all the files I have to add, I mean all the changes, whatever I have done, multiple files if I have to add, I can simply say git add dot. Otherwise, I will say specific git add a specific file name, and then we say git commit minus m, and we can put the comment over there, like whatever changes we have done, we can in very brief we can put there, and then we say git push, so it will be pushed. Yeah, so I mean further any other developer suppose has to work on the same thing, so they have to first pull it, and then further they can work on it.
Okay, do you know what is conditional annotation?
Yeah, I have worked on conditional on property. Suppose we want to specify some condition, and based on that only we want to execute some certain conditions, then we use that. So for example, we write a class, let's say, so some class we can write, and on top of that we can annotate with add configuration, and then we can annotate with add conditional on property, and under that we can give a name and its value. So whenever the configuration will be loaded, so like whenever we say that whatever under the name we have given, so that property whenever the uh, matching with the value, then only this class will be executed. So yeah, so this is what is the conditional on property.
Okay, can you explain what is enable auto configuration annotation in Spring Boot?
Yeah, enable auto configuration in Spring Boot. We can say it is the part of at the rate of Spring Boot application. So this is the like one of the underlying annotation under the Spring Boot application. So it has altogether three another annotations. So one is at the rate of configuration, and enable auto configuration, and at the rate of component scan. Auto configuration, it basically auto configures the bean that are present in the class path. So in case of POM, so whatever dependencies we add, so we don't have to worry about it, so it will automatically configure it. If we have a Tomcat embedded jar in the class path when we have mentioned it into the pom.xml, so we need a Tomcat embedded servlet container factory, right? So for in order to run that Tomcat jar, so we don't have to explicitly do it, so it will be done automatically. So lots of the boilerplate code has been removed. So I mean, basically developer don't have to worry about configuring these things, so they have to only focus on the developing the actual logic and code. So yeah, so this is what I mean at the rate enable auto configuration does.
Okay, what is AOP in Spring Boot?
Yeah, Spring in Spring Boot AOP is basically is a process that allows to separate the cross-cutting concerns from the main business logic in the application. So basically, in this case, the user has to mostly focus on the business logic. So they don't have to worry about logging or security or transaction management or error handling. So they don't have to worry about this. So they have to worry only about the business logic. So it has like various concepts, like it has join points and it has advices. So there are various advices like before advice, after advice, and then we have around advice and around and after, I think after return advice. So before advice basically runs before the any method execution, after advice runs after the method execution, and this after returning advice it runs after the method execution, and if it's complete successfully then only. So yeah, so these are the various advices it has. Again, we have point cuts also. So a point cut is a kind of an expression that matches the join points. So point cuts are used to define whether the advice should be applied. So in Spring AOP, point cuts are often defined using aspect J expression.
Okay, what is at the rate of component scan?
Yeah, at the top component scan is a annotation, so that we can use on top of the class, and it basically it scans the package and all of its sub packages. So looking for classes uh, uh, that could be automatically registered as beans, and this will be becomes this becomes the part of a Spring container. So whenever we want to get the object out of it, that so we can use add the rate of auto add, and we can simply use that. So yeah, this is what is add the rate of component scan.
Okay, so suppose we have some classes and we don't want it to be part of the at the rate of component scan. So what do you do for this?
Yeah, so for this, I think we don't have to do anything specific, but what we can do is we can keep this class, outside of the base package where our at the rate of Spring Boot application is there. So if we keep it outside of that, that that base package, so then it will automatically will not be included as part of the um, I mean component scan. So I think yeah, this is how we can achieve this.
Okay, so is there any other ways there to exclude that?
Any other way? Sorry, I'm not aware of it.
Okay, okay. Okay, do you know what is Spring profiling?
Yeah, Spring profiling basically we use when we have different environments, and suppose for example we are using different data sources and for different environments. So whichever we want to enable, suppose we have dev environment, we have test environment, we have production environment, right? So whatever environment we want to test it, we can enable that specific data source. So in order to do that, we use this profiling concept.
What are the latest version of Java you have worked on?
I have worked on Java 8 and Java 11.
Okay, so in Java 11, what are the features you are aware of?
In Java 11, there are various features in the string class, various new methods has been introduced. In the Lambda expression, now we can use var. So we can use var in the parameter. In the garbage collection also some changes has been done. Then another thing is the launch of single file source code program. So in that, suppose any Java file we are writing and we want to test it, so we don't have to compile it using Java C. Directly we can say Java and then that file name .java, so it will run. So yeah, these are the things I'm aware of.
Okay, what is functional interface in Java 8?
Yeah, functional interface has been introduced newly in Java 8. Basically, only one abstract method it can have, and it can have any number of static and default methods now. And uh, there are some predefined functional interface also, like comparable, runnable, and then by consumer, all that. So basically, this functional interface used as a reference to Lambda expression.
Okay, what is streams in Java 8?
Streams have it is used to process the bulk objects of collection. So again, these streams can be subdivided into filters or maps. So whatever the bulk of objects we process, we stream basically. So on top of that, we can either apply filter or map, and again after that we can either collect it, or there are some other methods like count, or we can also use sorted, mean, max, for each, so all that we can apply. So yeah.
Okay, what is the diamond problem in functional interface?
A diamond problem is like, suppose if two implemented interfaces contain same default method, then this situation basically we say as a diamond problem.
Okay, what is the difference between double equal to and equals method?
Yeah, double equal to checks if the reference point of two objects points to the same memory location, and equals method checks if the value of the two objects are same. Yeah, so the double equal to compares kind of memory address, and equals method compares the actual value of the whatever text we give inside it.
Okay, suppose uh, you want to prevent class from being subclassed. We don't want to use the extents for the specific class. So how can you do that? Is there any way how you can achieve that?
We don't want it to be subclassed. Okay. Yeah, I think we can put final of before the class. So we can make, once we make it final, I think uh, we cannot extend it after that. So no other class can inherit from it. Yeah, so final is the keyword we should use before class.
Okay, what is the purpose of transient keyword?
Yeah, the transient keyword is used in serialization basically. So if we mark any field as transient, so it won't be serialized. So for example, we can give like any class is there, so we can give transient int and whatever the variable name. so that field will not be serialized. So serialization basically means converting the object into a byte stream, so it won't be converted. So sometimes, for example, suppose the field password is there, so we don't want it to be serialized, so we will use the transient keyword before that, so it won't be serialized.
Okay, what is the difference between Hibernate and JPA?
Yeah, JPA is kind of a specification, and Hibernate is the implementation of that. So we can think of a JPA is like we can say interfaces or abstract methods, and we don't have exactly the implementation of that. So we need any one of the Hibernate kind of which can provide the implementation. So all the implementation has been provided by the Hibernate. So basically Hibernate is an ORM framework. So it basically provides the actual code and tools needed to map Java objects to database tables, and it handles the underlying database operations. So basically we don't have to deal with the, I mean, directly with the table. So it converts that table data into the form of objects, and since Java understands objects, so Java further uses those objects and to process it. So yeah.
Okay, so in your relational database, let's say in MySQL, you have many tables. So between them, there will be some relationship based on the ID or some other column. So can you explain me how do we handle this with Hibernate? So what annotations we use to handle this join scenario?
We have basically four types of join. So one is one to one, then one to many, and many to one, and many to many. These are the four type of relationships which may happen between the tables. So let's say, for example, we have any customer table is there and order table is there. So one customer can place any number of orders, right? So this will be like kind of one to many relationship. So in the customer table, we can mention the orders object, maybe the list of orders, and then on top of that orders, we can put at the rate of one to many. So so that is how we say that, okay, this customer have many orders. So similarly, we can also have one to one and uh, uh, many to one and many to many annotations as well, as per the requirement.
Okay, what is lazy loading and eager loading in case of objects of Hibernate?
Yeah, lazy loading basically means suppose we have like two tables, right, and there will be some relationship. So under the notation at the rate of one to many, so we can mention like fetch type eager or lazy. So if it is fetch type lazy, so in that case, so whatever the underlying objects, so under the objects whatever the underlying object will be there, so that won't be loaded until unless we try to fetch that data. But in case of eager loading, it uh, even we don't fetch it, it will be at the runtime itself, the underlying data will be loaded. So for example, let's take the again a customer with orders. So one customer can have many orders, right? So we have one to many relationship here. So here with one to many, we can give a fetch type as eager. So suppose one customer has many orders. So whenever we say fetch type eager, so that indicates that whenever the customer is loaded, so all associated orders objects are fetched at the same time. So it will not wait for the I mean user to I mean in the code we put that okay customers dot orders and then it will be fetched. No, so before that itself it will be already there. But in case of lazy loading, we have to explicitly fetch whenever we hit that customers dot orders, then only it will be fetched. So yeah, so this is the difference between these two.
Okay, can we have more than one column as primary key for a table?
Yeah, we can have it. Yes.
So how do we achieve it?
So for this we use I think some annotation like at the rate of embedded I think. So basically we can create a new class and there we can mention all those fields as the part of property of that class, that new class. And on top of that I think embeddable we can put the annotation.